Well, the Cannabis Advisory Commission held a meeting this morning to really start that process of opening pot lounges, and that's talking about what rules need to be in place to open them safely. Their biggest concerns when it comes to pot lounges and the public are secondhand smoke and impaired driving. Nevada is less than a year away from seeing pot lounges open on a large scale. But before they do, dozens of rules and regulations have to go into place to keep the public safe.
Think about bars, right? We allow people to consume, and even with cannabis, people are going to consume whether or not we have consumption lounges. Assemblyman Steve Yeager is working with law enforcement to come up with plans for public safety when it comes to cannabis consumption lounges. One of the biggest concerns, pot lounges putting more impaired drivers on the road. But the Cannabis Advisory Commission approved his recommendation on Tuesday that would fight that. We're relying on business owners to make those options available, whether it's discounted ride share, whether it's taxi service, whether it's policies that you don't tow cars if they stay overnight, because we don't want to incentivize people to drive impaired. Another major concern, public health, especially when it comes to employees working in the middle of the smoke. Some commissioners pushing to keep contact between customers and workers minimal and possibly even in separate rooms. Others worried that will drive business away.
Nevada's brand is hospitality, so we don't want to minimize that. What that looks like to the consumer. Commissioner Aisha Goins says the purpose of pot lounges is to serve it, recommending lounges that are more open. The smoke can go up instead of towards the employee, and if we're thinking about what does it look like, higher ceilings, great ventilation systems. So what's next for pot lounges? The recommendations for public health and safety will now go before the Cannabis Compliance Board. They'll then draft rules surrounding pot lounges and bring them to the public for their input. And if you want to share your input on pot lounges, we will post a link on our website, fox5vegas.com. The first workshops for public input will start early next month, with the first pot lounges expected to open towards the middle of next year. Reporting live, Sophia Pericone, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.